Zic, da, frate, dacă trec la chimie, dau eu bere aici, nebun. În fine, trec zilele și joia următoare la ora de chimie, intră Cruella în clasă. Bă, frate, ziceai că e alt om. Aranjată, machiată, numai zâmbetoată, întreba pe cineva ceva și apoi cădea pe gânduri și începea să râdă singură și apoi uita ce a întrebat, eram: ta, ce-ai făcut, bă? Vijay ce are asta, băi, pe legale? Vijay foarte mândru de el era: dragostea, bă, Jimmy, dragostea, bă, îl mai mare drog. Eu ți-am zis, bă, că asta suferă de nefe, de acum încolo o să-mi zici Vijay doctor în dragoste, te rog frumos. Te în gură, Vijay. Bă, frate, s-a transformat Cruella în semestrul ăla radical. Toată lumea lua numai 9.
The most expensive GPU at Micro Center is nearly $2,000, while the cheapest is less than a tenth of that price. Similarly, the most expensive CPU is around $700, and the cheapest I found for $75. So what's the least amount of money we can spend at a Micro Center but still build a brand new computer? Well, to find out, we can use their
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Energy Fortnite video. I'm here in the...
You have clicked on this video because you've just watched the Global Championship in Copenhagen and you've seen a duo raise that first place trophy, get all the fame and praise that they deserve, as well as 500k straight into the bank account, and you want a piece of that for yourselves, and I cannot blame you. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a no bullshit approach to improving at Fortnite and how you can go ahead and eventually reach that tier 1 pro status that requires an insane amount of work to be put in. We are currently 6 years deep into Fortnite. A lot of you guys are new getting into comp, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can level up and get your skills to that pro level. Just for some context, I've been coaching this game for 4 years now. I've coached over a dozen different individual FNCS winners. I've coached hundreds of players their first earnings, and I've coached dozens and dozens of players into that sort of pro level where they're making a good amount of money off this game every single season. I know what I'm talking about. There's probably nobody in the world who has more experience with this topic than me, so I'm going to give you guys everything I know in this one video. Let's get into it. Alright, first things first, for a bit of time scale, guys. This is not something that's going to happen within one season. If you do everything in this video, and let's say you apply it next season, of course, you're going to have a better season. You're going to make more money than you made this season. You're going to be able to either get your first earnings, or honestly, I think you can easily make 500 if you go ahead and apply what I say. However, that is not a pro status player, of course. You are trying to compete against the best players in the game who have gone ahead and got 5 years worth of experience. They've been playing scrims, they've got the best coaches, and they've got all that experience in terms of finals lobbies, and it compounds on each other and allows them to stay at the top. What you're trying to do is catch up and get yourself in a position where you can begin to start competing against them in a grand finals type lobby. So let's go ahead and lay out the roadmap of how you want to do this to put yourself on the best position possible. Our very first stop on our roadmap to going pro is to go ahead and win as many games in solos in a single season as possible. I want you guys to put 100% focus into just solos for one season and see where you can go ahead and take yourself. Solos are the absolute fundamental building block to all other skills that apply in other modes. Knowing how to win off spawn so you don't waste any games for those 3-game finals, knowing how to rotate, knowing how to win fights versus good players in a stats lobby, knowing how to go ahead and get refreshers, knowing how to rotate endgame, knowing how to take height and win the game, as well as dealing with awareness, dealing with improving your confidence. All of these skills that apply over to every single other thing are going to come just from solos, and it's the best opportunity at the moment to make money. Earning money in solos is so important. First of all, is it allows you to reinvest in yourself. Best investment that you can make with the money that you make from competitions is either going back into a PC, getting additional specs like getting a new mouse or a new keyboard that's going to help you play better, getting a new monitor, or even getting some coaching from a good coach like Frey or Zycoma, to name a few, or even getting a masterclass or something that's going to help you learn more about the game. Once you start earning money, you can reinvest that money, and hopefully you should be able to double or triple that investment that you make within a short period of time since you're playing better. You're also going to get that massive boost of confidence, which is really important. And thirdly, you're going to go ahead and prove yourself to the people around you. Whether that's your parents who don't really like you sitting around playing Fortnite a day, making no money, or whether it's going to be your friends who don't think you're that good. Just for some examples, Vadil was an absolute nobody, and he went ahead and placed 4th in a solo cash cup. He carried on playing, did alright in some others, and then placed 4th again. And then from that placement, he was able to turn it from playing with some random Italian guys, you can see here, into going ahead and during no Riley after even more solo placements. He placed 4th 3 times in solo cash cups. Obviously the prize pool was better back then, he was able to invest in himself more. However, this is exactly what can happen nowadays. Another example was Reason, who was an absolute bum during World Cup, only made $100 during World Cup, which is pretty embarrassing to be honest. And then he went ahead and placed 8th in a solo cash cup. Then he won an entire solo cash cup later on the season. And of course, from there he was able to upgrade, get better teammates, as well as reinvest in himself. Now, the most easy and simple way to improve at solo is to go ahead and find yourself on the leaderboard of the most recent solo cash cup. If you qualified for the finals, and I'm assuming you didn't win the game if you're watching this video, go ahead and click on your match history and take a look at those 3 games. If you guys didn't qualify for Opens, what I want you to do is find the 3 games where you missed out on the most points, whether you died going for Ireland or whether you went ahead and died off spawn. Find those games where you're missing out points and you should be doing better. Next, what I want every single player watching to go ahead and do is to click on themselves on the leaderboard and click match history. And you're going to write down on an actual piece of paper next to you or on a post-it note with an actual pen, write down 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to figure out the 3 major mistakes that prevented you from making money. So the mistake number 1 that this player Chexy made is to go ahead and he went ahead and died off spawn, and he's wasted an entire third of his final games. He's thrown away 33% of his chance of making $100. So how do you fix that early game death? First things first, really simply, just spend 2 hours a day playing solo ranked, practicing your initial off spawn as well as fights in that area. You need to go ahead and play solo ranked for 2 hours a day until you will not die off spawn anymore, and you know that place at the back of your hand, and then that means in tournaments you're never going to die off spawn again. You can also go ahead and do off spawn 1v1 customs or 1v1v1 customs